Okay, there's a fly. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Mellow Mama, and today I'm going to be talking all about emotional regulation for adults. If you're new here, what's up? I'm Kate. I talk all things conscious living and conscious respectful parenting with the help of lots of great books, resources, and of course, my own personal experience as a mom. And I focus mostly on, this general concept that nobody is really giving anybody a hard time, especially our kids are not giving us a hard time. They're having a hard time, and digging into the way we behave. Why do we think what we think, feel what we feel, and what do we do about it? How does our behavior reflect our feelings, our emotional state, and how can we be in a better emotional state and handle the things that trigger us? And also, how do we support our kids through those triggering, hard, challenging, difficult to understand moments that they're gonna inevitably experience over and over again in life, which is why I'm making this video, because they don't stop. So, first of all, I want to start this video by saying that if you're somebody that's commonly having a really hard time and you find yourself getting upset, frustrated, looking for conflict almost, like you've got beef with everybody and their sister, or maybe it's kind of cleared up, but you have had beef with like every person, maybe dive in. Like ask yourself today, what am I trying to escape from? What reality do I not want to come to terms with? What am I afraid to address? How do I really feel, and why do I feel it? What is this pain body? If you're familiar with Eckhart Tolle's work, you're probably familiar with that expression, the pain body, that's attached to us and addicted to pain, addicted to this feeling of conflict, of tension, and it almost like serves our ego. When there's conflict and we can be defensive and we can sort of attack the other, we protect our sense of identity and security and self-worth. But if you're constantly feeling that way, you've got to ask yourself, why do you not feel like you can be confident and secure in your own personal, is there a fly on me? Sense of identity and the true version of you, the authentic version of you. So that being said, wash that away. This is like the fix in the moment. Some things that you can do in real time when you're having a difficult time or a difficult week to feel better. The first one is to do something productive. I always focus on the big three when I start my day. Well, really, before I start my day, before I go to sleep at nighttime, I write down the big three, the things that I want to accomplish and will feel really good about accomplishing the following day. And if I fail to do that, I start my day by writing down the big three, and then if I've written them down, I review them first thing. What is it that I need to do today? What do I want to accomplish? Or at the beginning of my work day, so to speak. Like after I've exercised, after I've done my prayer and I've like maybe journaled a little bit, had my morning routine down and ready to go, and I sit down to work, I assess, how can I be productive today? What am I gonna feel good about getting done? I feel like any time that you're in a rut or you're feeling like, or you're feeling like so unfulfilled or frustrated in some capacity, just do one thing. Even if it's not a big thing, put it on your big three if you know it's gonna make you feel better to get it done out of the way. And also, being productive usually means that you're using energy, you're feeling more energized, and you're feeling accomplished, proud of something that you've done. Especially, I'm like a 3 Enneagram type, so this is a huge one for me and why it's number 1. As soon as I do something productive and I get into activity, Tony Robbins always says, emotion is created by motion. You get moving, your physical body is in motion. You are doing things, you are thinking about things, you are getting it done. You are just inevitably going to be in a higher vibration. You're gonna feel a lot better, and it's gonna affect all of your relationships and the way that you operate throughout the rest of your day. So do something productive. Number 2 is to do something fun. The number 1 thing that comes to mind for me is to dance. You can turn on something funny, or maybe like ask your Alexa to turn on a comedy station that you like, or watch a stand-up thing that you think is funny and that cracks you up every time. Play with your kids, roughhouse a little bit, play with your dog. Do something that's actually silly that can force you to recognize the fact that life is just not that serious. I always said this quote, but nobody gets out alive anyway. I know it's harsh and it's morbid, but it's the truth. Don't take yourself or your life so seriously that life is full of conflict 24/7. Just laugh. And if you're having a hard time and you cannot get out of that mindset that this is serious, that you are mad, like, oh, everything is whatever, do something that's gonna force you to feel silly, to feel goofy, and to recognize the true beauty that is, that life is just really a lot of fun if you allow it to be. Number 3, do something fresh. Drink a cold glass of water, put some lemon in there, or some hot lemon water, or some tea. Eat something like beautiful and colorful, like, I don't know, avocado toast is like my go-to. I really love fresh fruits. Or get rid of the food. Maybe if you're somebody that's like, hey, that's triggering for me, I don't want to eat when I'm feeling down, okay? Go outside. Breathe in some fresh air. Anytime I'm feeling like I am about to, yikes, I'm not having a good moment right now, I always say I need to take a minute, I need to breathe a little bit. I need a breath of fresh air. And I go outside and I'm like, breathing like, okay, I gotta force myself to just enjoy this, like breathe in the air and just relax. Do something fresh. Breathe. Get some sunshine on your skin, get that vitamin D, drink something, eat something healthy, beautiful, nourishing, colorful. Ooh, one thing that's fresh is maybe to have like fresh linens too. I put that on my list. Like clean your sheets, make your bed, vacuum the floor. Anytime you tidy up, you feel better, period. Next, you gotta do something active. If you're feeling in a rut, and again, emotion is created by motion, you're gonna feel better by moving your body. So like I said before, dance, sing, move, get grooving, get on your bike, go out for a jog, take your dog for a walk, put your kid in the stroller, go for a walk with them, go to a great bike path. Just get out, get moving. If you can't do that, if you're like, hey, there's 7 feet of snow outside of my door, okay, you're on YouTube now, turn off my video, go watch like a workout video and just do like 10 minutes of abs. I promise you, you'll feel different at the last minute 8, minute 9, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like why was I upset? I feel great right now, like what's happening? Because emotion is created by motion. Get moving, get exercising, and if you have the luxury to like really go to a gym and work out for like a solid hour, I really encourage you to do that. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. Get rid of that stress. I mean, you're gonna be releasing like oxytocin, like really great serotonin hormones that are gonna make you feel scientifically better. So move your body, challenge your body if you can. And if not, just enjoy the movement. Walk, just like flow, do a little yoga stretch. Yeah. So something active. Or maybe on the flip side, I'm gonna tone it down a little bit, you need to do something still. So like drinking that cup of tea and really just sitting there. And if you're a mom and you're listening, you're like, how the heck am I supposed to do that? Do it. Even if you're like having a hard time and there's conflict in your household or whatever, just be like, hey, I need a moment. I think I need a moment to be by myself. Take a deep breath and just be still. I'm gonna get a cup of tea, I'm gonna relax, or I need to just like go write in my journal. Take some deep breaths, do some breathing work or techniques, or I wanna go and just like read a chapter of a book in the hammock. If you have a happy place, go to it, be still, be alone. It's okay. In fact, the number one thing that helps me to self-regulate is prayer. If you meditate, you can pray. I think that praying and looking to God for advice in the moments where I'm feeling like so frustrated, it's so funny how quickly I can find stillness. I can find peace and I can feel reassured that things are gonna be okay and that I'm okay and it's all good. So finding a moment of stillness might also be your answer. And also, this is not a pick one and go. It's a do all these things all the time and you're gonna feel good. The last thing that I recommend doing is something social. You might not be up to doing it right in the moment, but what I really encourage a lot of people that are having a really tough day is to call somebody up that you haven't talked to in a long time, just to like check on them. To check on the emotional well-being and state of another person is so servant heart led. It's something that is not self-serving, and you can kind of stop focusing on the issues at hand in your personal life and what's going on with you. And also when you make this phone call, don't gripe or complain about anything. Just call and be like, hey, you know what, I was just thinking about you and I just felt like I should give you a call and check in on you and see if you're doing okay and see how you've been handling whatever, if you know something's going on in their life or not. And notice how quickly it'll turn your day around. You might be like, oh my gosh, I had no idea they were going through this, or wow, just talking to somebody that had a positive outlook and that was in a great mood lifted me up. So do something social. And that could also mean maybe getting together with a friend or a family member that you know is comforting, that's positive. And again, I really urge this part, try not to complain about your circumstance. Try just not to talk about it or complain about it. Bring that stuff, again, to prayer or to your journal. By no means bottle up things that are happening to you that are really difficult to deal with. Confide in somebody like your partner or somebody that's really, really close to you that knows your life circumstance and understands your perspective. But the point of the something social is for you to experience connection and to let loose and to relax and to have some lighthearted fun and enjoyment in your day, even in the midst of like, wow, something really challenging, really scary, really hard. And I have to tell you guys too that like, I understand this feeling so well. Being a single mom for a couple of years and, you know, facing some extreme adversity before that even, and then during that transition and after, I mean, it was a serious rebuilding phase. And if anybody understands, it's me. I've totally had some of those days or moments where I'm like, gosh, this is hard. This is hard. I feel alone, or I don't know who to talk to about this, or you know, I was going through an abusive situation, right? That's hard stuff. And sometimes you're like, I just want to talk about it. I want to tell somebody. Like I want to, and you can, like I said, journal, talk to somebody that you can truly confide in a peaceful, healthy way, or obviously see someone, go to someone who's an expert, a more like holistic psychologist or a psychologist or therapist that you're comfortable with seeing. But you know, there's no shame in seeing a physician or obviously sharing with your partner when you're having a hard time, or sharing with a parent when you're having a hard time, somebody in your life. But don't make that a habit to be complaining publicly about your stuff or complaining to people in your circle. Be the person that's offering a hand and wanting to listen, because everybody is going through something. I mean, I could throw a rock and there's probably a guy outside of the studio that is going through something that he would love, you know, just like a little bit of comfort for. So that's it. You know, these are ways to, you know, feel better. I said, you know, emotional regulation, but really this is just a way to actually just feel better. And once you've done some of these things, you can get into a state of reflecting on why you feel what you feel, why something was triggering, and then get into the healing phase, which I think is the most important part of this video. Understand that once you're in a state, a healthy state again mentally, where you're feeling like, okay, I feel good, don't forget to figure out what happened, why it made you feel what you were feeling, and how you can move forward again in a way that's, you know, maybe it's going to be less triggering for you because you can do some inner healing work. So that's all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was thought-provoking and insightful and helpful. If you thought it was, please hit the subscribe button, the thumbs up to like it, the notification bell for notifications every time I post a new video, and follow me over on Instagram as well at The Mellow Mama. In the meantime, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.